Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays, and I missed last Tuesday, and I never miss. I was really sick. I only missed one time before, and that's because I was in the hospital. And guess what? I was in the hospital last time. And so that's the only reason why I would miss Tucked In Tuesdays, no other reason. So I have a special guest, but remember, if you put in those comments where you're from, we'll see those comments. But I have a special guest now. Remember, last week I missed because I was ill. So I planned some books, and then my author said, "Are we still doing my book?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yes, thanks for the reminder." And so we had to tweak a few things. So the book will be PDF, but you'll still see and meet the author, and you're here for the book. So hi, Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop. How are you? It's good to see you guys. I missed you guys so much. So here's my special guest. Hi, Miss Percy. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Super excited to be here.
Yes, so you have a book called The Little Piano, right?
That's
So
right.
what inspired you to write your book? I'm going to go ahead and share it up on the screen, but tell me what inspired you to write your book.
Sure. I was inspired because everyone is unique. Everyone's just special in their own way. I really wanted to make a book that really let kids know that they're loved and they're amazing just because of who they are. Not for what they do, but just for who they are.
Love that. And that little piano is so very, very, very cute. So hi, Miss Como and your grandchildren. And she's welcoming you.
Hi.
She's a good friend of mine, always supports Tucked In Tuesday. So not only is it in the book, but you have an actual little piano, right?
Right. This is
Could you?
Lyric. She's the star of the book, and she wants to say hi to everybody.
Hi, she's so cute. So
Yes.
incredibly cute. So hopefully we'll see her, but we'll get started on the book. Hi, Corey Crenshaw and Ms. Morgan. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you come in. So I'm going to be reading The Little Piano. Yes, Mike says, "Oh, happy birthday, Mike." Mike, I would sing for you, but I'd run all the viewers off if I started singing. Maybe Miss Bercy can sing. I cannot. And yes,
No, not really.
the piano is adorable. It is. So we'll
Oh,
get started. So The Little Piano written by Trinity Bursey and illustrated by John Shaw. And inside of your book, he has it just for you so you could customize your book. I love that. And there's all the copyright information. And remember, boys and girls, you always have to have the author's permission to read their books. So we'll get started. There once was a town, a quaint little place. It was filled to the brim with great musical taste. I love the rhyming already. And that quaint little town was a small little shop, and that shop was filled with instruments to the top. Nonstop in the shop did the instruments dream of being fulfilled of a deep-seated need. The deep-seated need did the instruments dream of being played by an artist so sweetly indeed. There were guitars and harps, flutes and banjos, and way in the back was a little piano. Lyric was spotless, so glossy and clean, with the most beautiful keys you have ever seen. And she looks like that in person. Today could be the day, said the little piano to the old and trusty fiddle and banjo. I could be whisked away to play beautiful tunes, and my tunes could fill the most elegant rooms. I could tour for years, playing live, far and wide, while my tunes bring tears to all eyes worldwide. Don't believe the lie, said the wise old fiddle, for the world can be mean and it can be fickle. Wait for the master musician, wait for his call, for being played by him is the greatest of all. Wait for him, little lyric steam. Why him? I have never, ever seen, and it's already been day 416. No, for him, I will not wait, for my time is now, and he is much too late. Just then, a lady walked into the shop, and little lyric her eye did spot. I'll take you, said she, for I have the world to see, and yes, you'll do quite perfectly. Little Lyric traveled from Bali to Spain. The world she did travel in sun and in rain. From concerts and showrooms and elegant balls, Little Lyric was the star in them all. But soon the travel was taking its toll, and the chips and scratches were beginning to show. She was let go before the very next show. She was cold and alone and no place to go. So she played in the streets. She played to pass time, where she let out some tunes and took in some dimes. Hello, Anastasia and Riley. When up walked Walter T. Slime, who took a look at Little Lyric so fine and said, I think you should come and be mine. It didn't take long for Little Lyric to see that life was misery with Mr. Walter T. He tuned her so toughly it tarnished her strings and played her so roughly it ruined her keys. Soon her finish was dull and her petals were worn, and the only tunes she played were forlorn, too deformed to perform. Once her time was up, Mr. Walter T. Slime left her in a dump truck. So down in the dumps, she couldn't dream much. So down in the dumps, her dreams she'd given up. When out of the yuck came the most gentle touch. With eyes of kindness and face of love, the master musician had finally come. But Little Lyric was ashamed to be seen, for her finish was tarnished and so were her keys. But the smile he wore on his face didn't leave, for he loved her regardless of rust or debris. You believed you were loved because of what you could do, but simply see that I love you because you are you. Like new, he traded her beauty for ashes and scratches. This love was so deep, so wrathless and matchless, mending every tarnish and tear with such glee, even tuning her hammers and strings with an ease. With fresh keys, he played her and began to sing, calling her his love and his everything. Everything was made right in his love and his will, for her deep-seated need had been filled. She was filled to the brim. She was loved after all, for being played by the master was truly the greatest of all. The end. And there you are. So tell us, what inspired you to write the book?
I was just so inspired because kind of like what Lyric said, like we all feel like we need to go somewhere or do something to be loved, to be seen, to be heard. But you know what? We're loved just because of who we are. And Lyric, she thought she had to travel far, She experienced showbiz, she experienced being popular. But in the end, she realized, you know what? I'm valuable just because of who I am. I'm already valuable. I don't need someone else to try to tell me I'm valuable. She just had to experience that value, that true inner beauty and that true knowledge of who she was. And it just took the master musician, to show her that. And we all have that in us. We all have that.
Can we see Lyric again?
We sure can. And she's smiling just like at the end. You see that?
There's Lyric. So where can they buy the book?
So they can buy the book either, it looks just like this, either at Amazon or at my website. So Amazon's pretty easy. You can get it there. It's the best place to get it. You can get it actually as a hard copy or even as a, what is it called? Just like a virtual book.
Digital. Yeah, digital.
Right, digital. Use the virtual.
Yes, we're so used to saying virtual. So hi, thank you. So our second book, and don't go away, Miss Versi, because this will be real quick.
I'm staying
the second
right here.
book is Lizzy, McTizzy, and the Busy Dizzy Day by Sarah Weeks, illustrated by Lee Wildish. Here we go. And permission granted by Harper Collins. Lizzy McTizzy has lost her shoe. She's late for the party, but what can she do? One blue shoe is one too few. To go to the party, she has to have two. Look at her hair. I love that hair. Where's her shoe? Is it under a chair? If you wore a shoe, would you hide under there? Where's her shoe? Is it up on the shelf? If you wore a shoe, would you hide there yourself? Hi, Daniel. She looks in the bubbles. She looks in the books. She looks in the plants that are hanging on hooks. She looks in the crooks and the crannies and nooks, but there isn't a shoe in the places she looks. Yes, her piano is precious, Mike.
Oh.
Where is her shoe? Under there? Under here? Could it be under some underwear? Where is her shoe? Over there? Over here? Could it be stuck in the chandelier? Man, that is not knowing where your shoes are. She peers in the pantry and moldy crust. She checks in the attic. Achoo! Only dust. She opens the cooler and ew, stinky cheese. She crawls in the doghouse and yikes, itchy fleas. She peeks in the mailbox and under the mat. She gets on her knees and peeks under the cat. She must really want to go to this party. Maybe lyrics playing. She peeks every place she can think of, and then she peeks in those places all over again. Lizzy is dizzy from racing around. There isn't much time for her shoe to be found. The party is starting, but what can she do? She's looked and she looks and she can't find her shoe. That's how I look today, looking for the piano. Did it drop in the driveway and somehow get squashed, or plop in the washer and somehow get washed? Is it stuck in the chimney all covered with soup? Hi, Kimber and grandkids all the way in Virginia. Hi, Pace White and Sharon George are running around on some other girl's foot. Lizzy McTizzy is totally beat. She worn herself out from her head to her feet. She plumps up a pillow and flops on the couch, and that's when a lump makes her jump and say, ouch. Could it be? Is it true? Could that lump be a shoe? Shoot, it's a boot, and it's not even blue. So what if a boot doesn't go with a shoe? So what if it's red doesn't go with the blue? Who cares if a pair is a mismatch mistake, for as long as you get there in time for the cake?
Most important part.
Yes. The party is swinging, the music is loud, the cake looks delicious, and Lizzy feels proud because Lizzy McTizzy knows one thing is true. I wonder what that one thing is. To go to the party, you have to be you. Love that so much. Miss Bercy, Miss Como wants to know where she can buy Lyric, the piano, and she's serious.
Yes. Oh, awesome. Well, you can actually buy Lyric on my website. My website is goinstrumental.org.
Goinstrumental.org. So let's see if I got that right. Did I get this right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can buy it there. So you can buy Lyric there. And hi, Miss Jackson, and good evening. So I have a couple of people on my regular page. So I just read Lizzy McTizzy in the Busy Dizzy Day, and I never read the books in advance, never, ever, ever. And so we had the piano. So an hour before, I couldn't find her book. I was like Lizzy McTizzy. I could not find the book. And so I called her and I said, do you have the PDF? And she was so generous. She said, yes. And so we got the PDF. And that's how I read the book. Those of you that are tuning in late, you can buy the book on Amazon and on her website. Remember, we talked about the website. I put it in the comments, but it was a colorful book. What is your favorite part of the book? It is a great story, Sharon. What is your favorite part of the book?
Oh, mine?
Yes.
Oh, I think I love the fact that at the end she understands how beautiful she is, that how priceless she really is. At the beginning, she doesn't realize it. You know, she's still thinking she has to search somewhere to find her meaning and purpose. But at the very end, I just love the fact that she's just like, you know what? I am special. I am beautiful. And so I just love the ending.
Love that. So I always like to do a takeaway. What is your biggest takeaway from your own book, The Piano?
My biggest takeaway is that I'm loved because of who I am. I don't have to try to go looking for love. I mean, it's great to do amazing things. It's great to be an author. It's great to be educated. But if you don't understand your own value and worth, nothing else is going to fulfill you. You know what I mean? You can't look for things to fulfill you. You have to already know that you are special. You need to know that you are valuable and loved. So that's a great reminder for me. Like, stomp on the brakes. Don't try to go looking for things to fulfill you. Understand where your worth already comes from.
Love that. Love that. So, my biggest takeaway from your book, and I have it scrolling at the bottom. My biggest takeaway from your book is it doesn't matter what life throws at you, how tough it gets, that there's always somebody willing to pick you up, dust you off, keep going. So, don't give up on yourself. Sometimes as children and adults, we get into place and we think we messed up to the point where we can't redeem ourselves. But there's always someone that sees that spark in us. So I love that piano. And it reminds me of the Whitney Houston story when she stopped singing and that producer went and found her and brought her back. And she started singing. Just when we thought she was done singing, she came back. So I love that story. Now, your biggest takeaway from Lizzy McTizzy.
Mine?
Yes.
I do think you're talking to the kids. I'm like, oh, wait, me. My biggest takeaway from Lizzy McTizzy is just have fun. Be yourself. Look for things. Go ahead, look for things. But sometimes when you're looking for things, I find that when you don't think about them, that's when they show up. So I would give her that little bit of advice.
Love that. And my biggest takeaway from Lizzy McTizzy and the busy, dizzy day is sometimes we spend so much time searching when things are right under our nose. So it didn't matter if she had a blue shoe and a red boot. She was still going to the party and she was still going to have fun. The outer appearance didn't even matter. So I absolutely love that. So the books actually have the same message. And I never, ever, ever read the books in advance, but it always seems to work that way. So I have the website where you can buy the piano there. And how big is it? How big is
the actual ones that are for sale aren't as big as this one. This one, she travels with me when I go to different places and do different speaking engagements. But the ones they can buy they're a lot smaller. So it's kind of more travel friendly.
Love it. Well, I love her. She's cute. She can go to goinstrumental.org and buy it. Yes, Miss Fehrenbacher, you're a little late, but you can go back and see the pictures in the little piano book. It is so precious. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Miss Versi, for joining us and telling us about your favorite parts of the books. Are there any other books in the works?
Yes, there are. I have book 2 that's coming out. And actually, this summer, we made a comic book. It's actually right here. It's called Bye Bye Fear. You can actually get that on my website, too. So it's a lot shorter. It's more of a comic. But the official book 2 will be coming out soon. Hopefully, it's, in the not too distant future.
So is it still with Lyric?
It's still about Lyric. It's a whole series. So book 2 and more to come.
Love that. Love that. There's a series of books about Lyric. She's so adorable. And I hope she never gets put in a dumpster anymore. She stays out.
If she does, she'll find her way out. It's okay.
Yes. And it was a fantastic stories, both of the stories. So as I always, awesome job. Are you able to autograph books?
Yes, definitely. Amazon, I can't autograph those. But if you buy one from my website, I can definitely autograph it and send it to you.
And she has a precious brand new grandbaby.
Oh, awesome. Congratulations.
Yes. She has a little nugget. And so she has several grandkids, but a new baby. So
wow, that's awesome.
I'm pretty sure she'll be ordering lots of books and lots of pianos. So thank you, Ms. Como, for your support as always.
Yes, thank you.
I always like to say at the end, if nobody else tells you Dr. George loves you, do you have any parting words, Ms. Versi?
I would say continue enjoying being you. Just love who you are. You have something to offer this world that no one else can. So thank you for joining us too.
Yes, and then I have a couple of Ms. Jackson says she must read both books. Yes. And then Lizzy McTizzy is in the library, but you'll have to buy the little piano, Miss Jackson. So guys, support Miss Versi, support her book, support her cause. Please share this video. And Miss Como says she's ordering now. So thank you. And Lyric is so precious. I'm gonna make the screen just on Lyric so they can see. Let me do this. doesn't deserve to be in the dumpster. So thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. As always, I'll see you next Tuesday. Stay strong, be safe. Those of you that are out for spring break, remember to wear your mask, stay safe, have lots of fun. And for my Homer Drive scholars and BISD, I'll see you face to face next Monday. Have a great day. Good evening. Good night.